Welcome to the Copper King Mine and Railroad. Today we're going to talk about Samuel Newhouse. He was an important part of Bingham's history, so stay tuned. Samuel Newhouse. Samuel Newhouse came to Utah in 1896, partnering with Thomas Weir. Newhouse was able to secure English investors into buying Highland Boy Mine and other properties at Bingham Canyon. He established the Utah Consolidated Gold Mines, where he upgraded the fledgling mines in Upper Car Fork. He also built a gold cyanide concentration mill and would later construct a copper smelter in Murray, Utah, the Highland Boy smelter. The Highland Boy claim was located in 1873 by James Campbell. It had large galena veins, silver and lead ore. Disputes with the neighboring Stewart group of mines and low ore production levels prompted both Stewart and Campbell to sell. Thomas Weir bought both properties, Stewart's for $10,000 and Campbell's for $27,500. The same day, Weir sold all of the properties to Samuel Newhouse. Newhouse announced that he would drive a new tunnel that would connect all the properties. Samuel Newhouse was born October 18, 1853, in New York. His parents were European Jewish immigrants. Samuel studied and practiced law in Pennsylvania, but that wasn't for him. He moved to Leadville, Colorado in 1879, where he started a freighting business. He acquired mining properties in Ouray, Colorado, what he sold for several $1 million, then moved to Denver. He was a speculator and a promoter with contacts back east and in Europe. While in Leadville, he married Ida Stringley. She was 16 years old and waiting tables at her mother's boarding house. Back to Utah, the Highland Boy mine ran into high-grade 25% copper ore. The Highland Boy mine will be the first copper-producing mine at Bingham. May 23, 1899, the Rockefellers of Standard Oil purchased controlling interest in the Highland Boy mines and property for $12 million. With the money from that sale, Newhouse will purchase a group of claims high on the mountain above Highland Boy, covering 350 acres, forming the Boston Consolidated Mining Company, the same mountain where Daniel Jackling of Utah Copper would begin open-cut mining. But Newhouse's Boston Consolidated Copper will be the first on the mountain to use steam shovel to train operations. That was on June 24, 1906. Utah Copper is usually given credit for starting, but they started in August of 1906. Open-cut mining, both removing waste rock. With both companies digging away at the same mountain, a merge was essential. That took place on March 1, 1910. 2.5 shares of Boston stock for 1 share of Utah Copper's. It will become Utah Copper with Daniel Jackling in control. Samuel Newhouse would go on to become one of the wealthiest men in the world, with estates on Long Island, a mansion in London, England, and a chateau just outside of Paris, and a mansion on Brigham Street, 175 East South Temple. He wanted to shift Salt Lake City's center from Temple Square 4 blocks to Exchange Place, 300 to 400 South. In 1907, Newhouse will build Salt Lake City's first skyscraper, the Boston Newhouse Buildings. He donated land for Salt Lake City's stock exchange and the commercial club, a place called Little Wall Street. From 1909 until 1915, he built the Newhouse Hotel that was on the corner of Main Street and 4th South. He also developed exclusive residences up in Federal Heights. Samuel's young wife, Ida, was lovely. With her bluest of eyes and brown hair, she was a jewel. Samuel had her tutored to speak properly and taught her manners like European high society and royal courts. She had a personal maid and clothes and jewels like a queen. When stepping off the ship Oceanic on October 13, 1904, it took 12 large trunks to carry her clothes. The Newhouses gave lavish parties. Samuel loved his house on Brigham Street, but Ida preferred to live outside of Utah. Samuel purchased the 175 East South Temple home in about 1905. He had it remodeled, spending $100,000, turning it into a colonial-style mansion. When entering the house, you saw the white Italian marble floor with white paneling walls, crimson deep-piled carpet on the stairs. The house had 3 stained-glass windows, bronze statuaries, and a life-size portrait of Ida. Drawing room, dining room, a palm room which had electric button to release a trap door to the wine cellar, called a Rothskeller. Newhouse considered himself a connoisseur of rare wine. He had 13,000 bottles. Samuel Newhouse was a short man with a large head. He fancied himself as a Napoleon-like figure. He was a generous man and gave to charities, relatives, and friends. His financial downfall was due to being overextended. With World War II, there was no money and no loans. He separated from Ida in 1914, sold his mansion on Brigham Street, South Temple, and lived in his Newhouse Hotel between 1915 and 1919. He sold his interest in the hotel and left for France, where he lived with his sister in the chateau outside of Paris that he had given to her. He had lost his Midas touch. He died September 22nd, 1930, at the age of 76. That's a little history on Samuel Newhouse.